How are
thank you
you?
for having us.
Let's introduce yourselves, and while you're doing that, also tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Lorraine Perez. I owned a small business on Staten Island for the last 5 years that was hit hard during COVID. I ended up having to close down because of COVID. So my way of giving back is what we're doing currently.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm a photographer. I take photography of the events. I do landscaping and portraits.
Hi, I'm Lisa Vega. I also had a small business, catering, and I became involved with this group because I heard stories from people affected by the pandemic.
Okay, so is there a leader in this group?
Yes, there is. Her name is Lauren.
That would be me.
Okay. So you call yourselves the Three Amigas. Why and who came up with the name?
Well, that was a combined effort. Kelly and I, both being Hispanic, we have been friends for over 25 years. After about a year meeting with Lisa in a prior group, we developed a friendship, and after hearing this whole COVID situation and what was happening, we decided we should do something about it and give back and help, and the Three Amigas was born.
So your goal is to bring our borough back to life, to pay it back and to pay it forward. You say there are a lot of forgotten places on Staten Island. What are these forgotten places?
Most of the forgotten places is places that were affected by the pandemic, places that lose their customers, churches that lost their congregation. So we seek out these places and we decide to host events there to help them out financially.
Tell me how it makes you feel when you know that you've helped these small businesses that have suffered from COVID, and when you help people in general doing good things for them. How does it make you feel? And is there a particular story that stands out?
The last one that we had at one of the events, when we met with our vendors for the first time, basically, we would, Lisa here would do like a little powwow with the group and talk about what's going to go on with the event. And she would tell them, we're so happy for you to join, and just to let you know how much we appreciate you and how you have suffered during the pandemic. We made sure to bring food for to provide lunch for you, and also drinks as well, so you don't have to do an extra cost in in buying things outside. Instead of losing money, you're gaining money.
A lot of the vendors seem to appreciate that because they feel like sometimes when they go to try to sell their items, they come out negative a lot of times because they don't have the backup that they should have when they're out there putting themselves out. Every time we give them the positive reinforcement that they don't get from other groups, they come back to us and they're always overly excited to join. We'll tell them about different dates at different sites that we're coming up, and before we even have a chance to tell them, they're like, just give us the dates, we're signing up for everything, we're joining you, we're behind you 100%. And it makes you feel good when you realize you made a difference to one particular person.
And another thing as well too is that a lot of the vendors I have discovered had normal jobs, desk jobs. Mm-hmm. And because of the pandemic, they lost the job, they lost the source of income. So many of them had a hobby that they started at home. So what we do now, we encourage them to bring that hobby on the outside. And with that hobby, they make sales, they make connections, and they basically gain a sort of self-confidence about themselves. And that gives me satisfaction because I've been there too, so gives me great satisfaction knowing that, they came out of the shell and they're doing well.
If someone wants to find you, wants to volunteer, or maybe become part of the Four Amigas, how do they and where do they? Facebook, Instagram?
Yes, Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram, it's the Three Amigas 2021, and Lorraine, the Facebook is?
The Three Amigas Vendor Market.
So they could follow those two pages, and we have upcoming vendors events if they want to volunteer as well, because we do know that we've been trying to have students volunteers so they could get their
community service. Oh, yeah,
community
that's
service
good.
as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
That's, the kids are always looking for that in high
Yes.
school. I know when my kids were in high school, we were
Yeah,
just
if they
constantly
ever need it, they
going
can contact
someplace
us
to volunteer.
100%, and we will.
Westerly to plant trees. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, that would be. I remember when we did it in high school, and I'm surprised. I don't see it too much now. Maybe it's just not widely people knocking on doors like when we had to do it because of the internet. But we are actively looking for people to volunteer and help out, because that's, there's 3 of us. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
And be able to get accomplished when we have 25 other people there, and we could always use the help.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, you should get it out there. You should, call the schools and just let them know.
We're waiting on
yeah.
when September starts to start reaching out to the
Good.
schools and let
Yeah.
them know.
Thank you so much, ladies, for being on the show and sharing the beautiful, kind, and caring things you do for others. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you for
having
having
us.
us. Thank you.